Suffer the little children to come unto me, and forbid them not. And then you need to write, because it asks you to finish it off. For of such is the kingdom of heaven.
Kingdom of heaven.
Ivory mallet. This is made from elephant
What
tusk.
year did James Dixon die? Oh, that's easy. I know what that's going to be. Up there. The tablet is referring to the honoured memory of James Dixon, who died on the 17th of May 1936. What year did...
But imagine that these children have come from poor houses right in the middle of smoky Blackburn with all the factories and the chimneys and the traffic. To come out here to this lovely countryside would have been great, wouldn't it? Looking at all the hills, being able to see Stonyhurst College, which was actually here 100 years before the orphanage, that would have been here. There's an old farmhouse looking building on the left there, that would have probably been here. But all those new houses, they would have been gone. So perhaps they would have walked to school across this field to get to their school. Do you think so? Sometimes you can see the train go across as well. It's a marvellous view, isn't it? And up these stairs, this is where the bedrooms would have been, but now there's just offices. So you can see the same banister, this would have had little hands just like yours coming down, going right the way down to the bottom. And as we heard from the people that used to live here, sometimes they did used to slide all the way from the top, right the way down to the bottom where we just come up the stairs as well. They could do that then. So,
Where's the green?
now we're going to go to the archive room and have a look. So everything you see in this room has come from down the cellars, and we've got some very important records in here. This is the book I was showing you, which has got the list of all the children's names who ever lived in the orphanage. Okay? So let's have a look in there. It's falling to pieces, but can you see? There's Adolphus. Yeah. There's Arthur, the forgotten brother, you see. They forgot all about him, and it lists them down with their name and the date they were admitted and when they left. It's a very, very old book, and as you flick through, you can see all the different names of all the children that lived here.
Oh, that's what?
Okay?
Over 2,000.
Over 2,000 names, that's right. So here we have another book, and this is the kind of book that we find the stories in about why the children were here. So we can have a look through, and it gives us some more information. So this one, let's find one. We just found the one about a girl called Elizabeth, and she was 6. I've got a 6-year-old called Elizabeth. I thought that was quite interesting. And her story was that her father was in prison, and her mother was in hospital. So she had to go and stay at the orphanage. You see?
Did you enjoy it?
I love You know, I really enjoyed playing with some of those Victorian toys. Our teacher says there's some information and artefacts about Victorian Britain in the school cellar. Do you think we should see if they have any toys? But we might get into trouble! We won't be long. Okay. Look at all. Oh! What was that? What is it? Looks like a glass table. The old TV. What's this? be a sort of diary from a girl called Mary, who went to the orphanage many years ago, and she often went to the school here. It's dated 1907, which was written about 2 years after they opened up the new dormitory for girls.
Wow, how interesting. My dad had died from smallpox, and my mum couldn't afford to feed my 5 brothers and sisters and me, so I used to have to try and look after myself. But there was nowhere to go, and I used to have to sleep on the street.
Then one day this very kind man called Mr. Dixon, who I now call Father like the rest of the children here, found me and brought me back to this orphanage. What a happy day that was for me. Everybody was so kind and friendly. That's quite nice.
Jimmy. I really enjoy being at school. Mrs. Hargreaves has taught me how to read and write, and now I can count a little.
Where have you been, boy? You are trying to run away from school all the time. Why are you running away from school? What are you doing?
Sorry.
Go and sit down and behave. Carry on, class.
5 times 3 is 50.
And Kyle
6 times 3 is 80.
Poor Robert was expelled, and I don't know what's happened to him, but I don't understand why he kept running away and playing truant. I would much rather be living at the orphanage where I'm warm, fed and happy. I couldn't imagine returning to my old life and having no friends.
I know it sounds strange, but I don't even mind the chores at the orphanage.
We're all just like one big family working together to look after the place and each other. It's a real home. Sometimes the chores are a real laugh. That banister.
Look, there's no one around. Let's do it. Let's do what? Slide down the banister. Come on. I want to go. Me too. Spent all morning washing clothes today, but it was really good fun. Emily started splashing me with water and Rebecca got soaking wet. Wash days were fun. Back to me. I need you to go first.
Today the boys got really dirty when they were cleaning out the fires. I'm so glad the girls don't have to do that job.
I don't think girls should ever clean out fires.
I'm tired. I'm really exhausted. Mr. Dixon's coming!
You've got muck on your face. Ha!
Not as much as you.
Ha! 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 Ha!
It was our turn to pick the potatoes today. The boys do all the digging and then we have the job of putting them in the sacks. We collected 5 bags of potatoes. Couple of days. Yesterday morning, after the usual chores of making our beds and packed lunches, we went on a trip to St Anne's. We are so lucky that we have the fresh air fund to pay for our trips. Then, in the evening, I was practicing my ballroom dancing with the girls on the landing. We always enjoy this, and I can't wait until I am a grown-up and I will be able to go out to proper dances. day was the 24th of June, and so it was Pound Day. Each year, people are asked to send a pound of useful articles for the orphanage, weighing a pound in weight. We all had to help collect these. A great day, but very tiring. We will all sleep well tonight.
So, coaches, I'm already in my nightie ready for bed.
Auntie was called Mary and she used to go to the orphanage. Do you think this was her diary?
We'll have to leave that investigation for another day. Come on, we better get a move on over from this homecoming.
Did you touch my shoulder?
No.